Hello, welcome to a new video. In today's video, we want to take a look at another team that ChatGPT suggests this time around for the GALARIAN CORSOLA, and that's something that we can do as well now for the future. We're going to be able to now ask ChatGPT for specific teams around a specific Pokemon. And today, we're going to take a look here at the GALARIAN CORSOLA again, which we already showcased yesterday, but today we're going to have one of the bulkiest team ever with it, as ChatGPT suggested the Pokemon of Toxapex as well as the Mandibuzz here. Options as alternatives would be Drapion as well as the Chestnut. But again, I would like to hear some feedback towards like ChatGPT stuff as well. I would like to hear some ideas that you might have in order to basically do stuff with ChatGPT on this channel, because I feel like it's a lot of fun. Honestly, I really enjoy those kind of team suggestions from an AI towards Go Battle League. The issue here today was mainly lag, to be fair. Like, honestly, there was so many games I actually lost with this team because I was losing fast moves left, right, and center every single time I swapped out. Good job there, game. But anyway, this team actually was kind of fun. This team was, of course, very, very bulky and very, very overpowered with that kind of stuff. But this team definitely worked out very, very solidly, and I would definitely recommend you to give this team a try. We have a lot of bulk here. We don't really have to worry about a lot of the matchups because we have so much bulk that we're going to be able to overpower so many Pokemon here today. Corsola, again, if you haven't seen my other video as well, this Pokemon is a lot of fun. The other video is a little bit more squishiness. This time around, ChatGPT thinks that the bulkiest teams are a little bit better. And towards also ChatGPT again, I am able to basically put in all of the moves that are available in Pokemon Go with all of the stats for them. I can put in all of the meta for a certain cup, basically, and then I can ask them basically everything. Build a team around a certain Pokemon, build a top team, like top 3 team, build a team that is more spicy, stuff like this. I can do a lot of stuff with ChatGPT now, which is really, really cool, which I kind of want to do a little bit more for the upcoming season after I dropped the series a little bit, after I wasn't able to really give that any up-to-date data. I'm now able to do that, and that is going to be very, very much fun for the future of this challenge here. As you can see here, we're gonna have the opponent trying to go for a Night Slash with their Pangoro, but we still have 2 moves out here with our Corsola. Nightshade coming through. First one is going to be able to get them very, very low, and the second one is going to be able to take out the Pangoro, and we can move on to the next opponent. Next one, we're going to have here a very solid lead, but also not the best lead. Chestnut here in the lead, you might think, oh, it's going to be a great lead, generally speaking, but you have Frenzy Plant still hurting. While it's a fighting type, it mainly hits with grass type damage, but also apparently runs Thunder Punch, which I did not really expect, so I could have maybe they're dropping very likely the superpower over the Frenzy Plant, so that makes sense. We're going to have here the Talonflame coming in against us, which is fine. We're going to be able to use a shield here against the opponent. That's going to be a Flame Charge coming in, and we're going to try our best to go for another Dark Pulse here. Hopefully it's going to be enough to knock out the opponent's Talonflame. I'm actually very excited for the next season. I can't wait to actually climb again and try to hit ledge and stuff like this. It's like, honestly, I really feel like the last month of a season is always kind of dry, and I can't really wait until we have like a little bit more freshness in there. Yes, maybe not as many Pokemon got crazy buffs, which you also saw in the video earlier on today, but still, it is a lot of fun to play the new meta, I would imagine, and it's going to be definitely something that I'm looking forward to, as we're going to have a lot of interesting buffs like Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Shock, Fire Fang, Ice Fang, and Thunderfang, I think I missed. Yeah, definitely going to be interesting. Also, for example, the Pokemon that we're battling here right now might be interesting with Ice Fang. There are a lot of things that I can try out, that I can test out. I'm excited for this one. Hopefully you're excited for the next season as well. I might maybe actually make like a poll or something on YouTube again as well to see on how excited you are. Next couple of days, there's always going to be 1 video minimum that's going to prepare you for the next season in terms of teams that you want to build, course that you want to take a look at. Like teams in general around like buff Pokemon, best Pokemon to build, best Pokemon to not build, all of those good things. So definitely stay tuned for those videos as well. You always have them in front of the seasons anyway. Here, we're going to have the Chestnut against us again. They're going to go for the Frenzy Plant, and we can still survive it, even though we don't have the XL variant yet. I actually saw someone on Twitter having like basically a needy perfect IV variant of this Pokemon already, which is madness, like from trade. And yeah, like, congrats to them. Next opponent, we're going to have here Tomahawk UK. Honestly, towards Tomahawk UK is also part of Daikobus, but also now Shoutcaster. I have to say, I really enjoy, like, if you listen to this one, I don't know if you, of course, listen to this video, I really enjoy how you shoutcast. I have to say that, like, it is definitely always really nice to hear you doing all the shoutcasts. It's just very, very nice on the streams here for Play Pokemon. Shouts to you, like, great job. Like, great job. I can't say anything else. It's always like a lot of fun. You have always a lot of insight, of course. Yeah, Tomahawk UK, one of the best players as well. Yeah, I think he might be qualified already, or he was still definitely qualified for Worlds last year. Very strong opponent, very nice in real life. Yeah, really good guy here. And yeah, doing a great job as well for the shoutcasting for all of those tournaments. Anyway, we're going to see the Toxapex against our Corsola, which is going to be great for us. We're going to be able to let the move go through. I know that they are also a big fan of Annihilate, so maybe they're going to have an Annihilate here today as well. We will find out shortly. We're going to have the Nightshade coming through against the Toxapex here. We can still take a hit here as well. This is the thing as well. They have to go for Brine now. Brine is a horrible move, and this is the thing for Toxapex, which makes it a little bit awkward to use sometimes. If the opponent that you're battling is going to be able to resist the poison typing, it is a very bad matchup. So any kind of steel, ghost, ground type Pokemon is going to be very tough for the Toxapex. As soon as I have neutral damage from the poison typing, Toxapex is a really strong Pokemon. But as you can see, it's going to be the Annihilate in the back. And we have to really rely on our Corsola here. Galarian Corsola has to really pull some weights because our Toxapex in the back, it doesn't really have the best matchup here. But what we can do is we can go for the full farm down here against the opponent. They can still get to another move here. But as we will see, we have a ton of energy, and I'll try my best to keep my energy on my Corsola, and I'm just gonna have to hope that I can still survive 3 counters here, which I can, even without the XL bonus on this Pokemon. And we're gonna be able to win this battle. Next opponent, let's see what we're going to have next. We're going to have a core breaker for this team. Again, this is a team that I didn't build. This is a team that ChatGPT built. And here's the one issue with ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't even know that Morpeko exists at this point because it's been released very recently, but it's also not in the top meta on PvPoke. So yes, I could make an entire list, basically. I could actually give ChatGPT the entire list for the Great League, but that makes not really a lot of sense because at the end of the day, it should focus on the top meta anyway. And Morpeko deserves to be in the top meta in my opinion for the Open Great League. This Pokemon definitely deserves a spot here because here, for example, this team, it completely beats it. Like, every single Pokemon dies to Morpeko. It is still possible to win. There were several times I actually encountered Morpeko today. We actually only have like around half of the battles that I did today in here, mainly because I just had very long battles and I did quite a lot of battles with this team and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't really want to do like a 20+ minute video at the end of the season. But as you can see here, Area is coming through. We're going to knock out the opponent's Venusaur. It's going to be great. In comes the Skarmory. Skarmory does definitely not enjoy this Dark Pulse here. That's going to allow us to get them kind of low. In comes our Corsola again. And we're going to try our best here to go for... not a Nightshade yet. We will see the opponent going for the Brave Bird. We're going to be able to... yeah, see that the opponent subs into the Morpeko. Kind of funny animation bug there. But you're going to be able to go for the Nightshade, get the shield from the opponent. We still try our best here. Can we still get to another move? We should be able to survive the Sid. Easily surviving the Sid here. Or we are not going to do enough damage. And now we still have 3 Pokemon left. The opponent's going to go down here from that Nightshade, guaranteed. So bye-bye Morpeko, even though you beat the entire team, it doesn't really help them. And now it's down. Just Skarmory against Mandabar. Should I went for the Aerials? I should have not. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. This was the correct play. And we can move on to the next opponent. Next opponent coming through, we're going to have Morpeko in the lead again. I think this was maybe the one that I lost because of lag. It could be the case. There was definitely like a few matches that were really difficult for me because of how the game currently is. But this kind of, yeah, look, reconnection as well. But this kind of on how you want to play this battle out. You kind of want to go ahead and go for the Brine. Get the shield. Yeah, you saw there me standing still for a little bit, allowing the opponent to get a 1-3 fast move in. And like, this actually really matters. Like, why you think, oh, it's just like one poison jab, or like, why do you really care? It really matters because now I still gotta get to this move here, but the opponent is ending up with a little bit too much HP for me to really deal with, and this is the issue. Like, if they, like, I could of course swap out now afterwards into my Mandibuzz, but this can be also a bit of a trickier one as well. But here, usually you would be able to farm them down here with the next fast move, but because we didn't get the one poison jab in, the opponent survives this one, and this is game over now. There's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do, and this is based down on the game being buggy for just a few seconds. I don't know what's in the back. If the opponent went into the Azumarill against our Corsola, we would have been totally fine. We don't know what they had in the back, but that is just shite. Anyway, we're going to have here the Jumpluff. Jumpluff is going to be a Pokemon that we definitely want to go ahead and go for the Rock type move against, right? So let's see here. Power Gem is going to connect. Power Gem is going to do, I think it's 85 damage for 50 energy, which is quite a solid move, and definitely does quite some solid damage. And so we can swap out here now into the Mana Bus trying to catch a move. In comes the Dance Bus, and I'm actually quite happy with that one because I think there was a bit of lag there as well again, because while the opponent is going to be able to do super effective damage against us, we are still going to be in a solid spot here in order to try to get some nice damage onto the opponent as well. So like we're gonna have a very neutral matchup here. We can go for another Dark Pulse. And I should be able to hopefully get to another Aerial Ace in time here as well. Yes, I am. And this is going to be very important because like this, we're going to be able to now go ahead and get the shield from the opponent. And that is very, very important. So let's see here. The Aroxa is coming through. We're going to have the fast move coming through from the opponent as well. And we will have the shield coming up now. This is going to be fine. Drill Run is coming in there, and we're going to try our best to go for the full farm down against the opponent. Let's see here. They're going to have another Drill Run that they have to shield. It's going to be a Feraligatr in the back. And I'm going to decide to go ahead and go for the bait here, which was a bit risky. And let's see if it's going to work out for me. Hydro Cannon coming through, being resisted, totally fine. I can go for another Brine, and this is going to be horrible. The opponent calls the bait. Great play by the opponent, though. Like, of course, while it's unfortunate for us, it is a great play by the opponent to call the bait there for me. They still have to use a shield against the next Brine, but they're now going to be in a position where they might be even able to win the battle. I am kind of forced to swap out very soon, or never mind, I'm just going to let them knock me out. But I will be able to go for the full farm down with my own Pokemon. The Corsola is coming in here. We're going to have the full farm down done here. They're going to go back into their Jumpluff. Now I have to hope they can somehow win with my Corsola. Let's see if this is going to work out. It's going to be the Dance Bus against us, and we can go for the full farm down here. They were on the 4th cycle, and so we can now move on to the second to last battle. No, we're going to have the Clodsire. Clodsire is going to be a Pokemon here that is going to be quite neutral for us in the lead. But also, if we're going to be able to catch a move, that would be amazing because then Mana Bus is going to take a, double resisted Earthquake here very likely. Let's find out. That is going to be so much wasted energy, and they swap out into an Annihilate, which is not too much better for them. That's going to allow us to get even some more moves off. It's going to allow us to very likely get a shield if they want to kind of keep alignment or anything like this. We're going to have to let the move go through here. That's totally fine by me. Ice Punch it is. Gonna get boosted next season, which is definitely something that I feel like is gonna make some impact at least. Still kind of sad that, I can't really sad, but like it's interesting that the Rage Twist didn't get nerfed, because I think if Rage Twist would have got nerfed, Medicham would have been so much better now again. But I feel like Medicham is not as great anymore, even though I said in videos previously, based on what Niantic first said, basically, that Rage Twist would get nerfed. But yeah, I feel like that Medicham doesn't really have as much play now. I don't actually know where it's gonna be because it's not in the top 60 yet. We cannot really see the entire ranking yet for the next season. But yeah, Rage Twist definitely gonna help Annihilate and Primeape to still stay meta for the next season. Anyway, we're going to have low kicks against us. Very bad Pokemon. I don't like this Pokemon. I really don't like this Pokemon. I don't even think I really showcased this Pokemon yet. It is ridiculously strong. Like, this Pokemon can just completely go through entire matchups there, and I just don't really like it. But we were able to get at least the shield there. I show one for the Nightshade basically immediately. I didn't know that I would be able to get there in time. And as you can see here, Trailblaze is coming through. I can go for another charge move. This is going to be very good for us as well. Nightshade is going to be able to knock them out. We see the Clodsire coming back in. We're going to try our best to go for the full farm down. But as we will see here, the opponent can go for the Earthquake and knock us out. And with this, we try our best to fully farm them down. But we are just one short. And I think there was a one Astonish that didn't get the damage through before they knocked me out, which it should have got through, which will win us the battle. And again, it is just difficult to play the game currently. Honestly, I really wonder where Pokemon Go, especially Pokemon Go PvP, would be without Niantic. Like, literally, I wish there was a different company that would care a little bit more about stability of the PvP feature, which literally throws a lot of people to play the game. And yeah, instead we're gonna get a company that really doesn't really care too much about this. Anyway, we're going to have here the Sludge Wave coming through. From our Toxic Packs, that's going to do some resisted damage, but you might think, oh yeah, it's going to be such a great matchup for the opponent. We actually win this in the Zero Shields, guaranteed. I know that as well. And that's like the thing about like Pokemon that are squishy like Dragalge. It is very difficult to run this Pokemon. I actually do think that Dragalge could have some play in the current meta. just because you have like a poison type that does dragon type damage and water type damage, and there are a lot of Pokemon that are kind of weak to it. So I don't actually think that Dragalge is a bad Pokemon, but you see like the difference in both. Like the opponent does neutral damage the entire time, stab neutral damage with a lot of damage from Outrage and Dragon Tail, and they still lose a zero shit scenario against a poison type Pokemon that does only poison and water type damage. I just, don't really think that this is the way to go. But anyway, we're going to be able to go for the full farmland against the opponent's Drifblim. In comes the Azumarill, and while this might take still a little bit, I'm going to call actually the bait here, which is not risky at all because a player off doesn't knock us out either. We're going to be able to easily win this battle now. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching here. Again, if you have any suggestions that I could do with ChatGPT, down below in the comment section, leave a like if you're down there anyway, and I will see you then. Bye bye.